City and state police lined Muir Street in the Heights section of Hazleton this morning. Reports of a stolen vehicle and several break-ins were called in to Hazleton police, and their investigation led them here to this house in the 200 block. Police spotted the stolen vehicle as they moved in on the house. That's when they say at least one person involved in the theft tried to take off. Neighbors say the two men who stole the vehicles were juveniles.
It's ridiculous. I can't believe that juveniles are actually doing that nowadays. When I was younger, you didn't hear about stuff like that. So it's getting ridiculous.
Ericka Paluch lives right down the street. She's shocked by what happened this morning.
We hear about crimes on the streets behind us and the street in front of us. It's pretty surprising that it happened right here.
That stolen utility truck was taken from one of the homes behind me here on P Street. Now, the vehicle's owner did not want to be on camera, but he did tell us that someone must have broken into his home last night, stole the keys right off his kitchen table, and then took off. Police told the victim, as well as News 13, the suspects at least attempted to break into several homes this morning. All the commotion in the Heights stirred up neighbors who came outside. One man was taken into custody after he riled up police while trying to videotape the incident.
He was just checking everything out, and then the cop just walked up to him and slapped the phone out of his hand. And he said, what's going on? Why are you doing this? I got rights, I'm not doing nothing. And they just started in on him, and they arrested him.
No word on whether or not charges will be filed against that man. The other two suspects are in custody. Police are still investigating this case. If anyone has information about the break-ins, they're asked to call city or state police. Christina Papa, News 13, Hazleton.
And while all that was happening in the Heights section of Hazleton, the city's police chief was on his way, but he never made it. Hazleton Chief Frank DeAndrea sustained minor injuries after his vehicle got into an ugly crash while responding to this morning's incidents. Police say the chief was driving an unmarked sport utility vehicle on Cedar Street around 9 this morning when the SUV slid sideways off the street and hit the sign pole head-on. Several police vehicles responding to an emergency call, and the blue and red emergency lights in the chief's unmarked SUV were flashing. Eyewitnesses say the driver of the vehicle in front of DeAndrea didn't see any flashing lights or hear any sirens as he turned into a parking lot. The chief was forced to swerve out of the way and hit the pole.
I personally didn't hear the accident, but a shop worker did. And when I came out, I saw the vehicle against the pole across the street at Cedar Street Supply. And the vehicle looked really bad, but there was people already there. I heard that the police chief was responding to maybe another call up at Poplar Street. But I don't know exactly what happened at this accident, but the vehicle was pretty much totaled, in my opinion.
Chief DeAndrea was treated for minor injuries. As the result of that crash, nobody else was hurt.